rifle friends, if you're working on any weapon skills, here's something that you can be working on rifle. I'll have some saber videos for you a little bit later on, but we're going to start with rifle. Since most people, when they spin weapon, I usually put you on rifle before saber. It doesn't have to go that way, just tends to be the way I operate. So we're going to talk about anatomy of a rifle today and a drop spin. If you are a veteran rifle and you already know how to do a drop spin, keep watching because I am going to throw in something for you at the end so that you can push ahead to your skill level. So, anatomy of a rifle. This guy is called the strap for obvious reasons. The strap is attached by two clips, but when I say the clip, I'm really talking about this guy down here near the nose. By the way, this is the nose, sometimes affectionately referred to as the snoot. It's the nose. Don't like go to College Guard and call it the snoot. They won't know what you're talking about. This is the butt of the rifle. Haha, go ahead and get out of your system. And this is the neck, the skinny part right here. This guy, which is made of plastic, the little black guy thing that says DSI, is called the bolt. And when you hold your rifle at flat, you're going to take your right hand under at the neck, so you don't want to grab the bolt, just outside it, and over at the nose, and this is called right flat. When you're at flat on a rifle, you want to think about this part providing you the line that shows you where flat is, if that makes sense. So it goes from the bolt to the nose, not from the butt to the nose. The butt actually sits just a little bit lower than the bolt does to make your rifle look flat. When you're spinning rifle, we've talked about this on flag, but it's mega important with weapons. You want to box your arms out to put energy in your rifle and to show good technique. When you sit like this with your arms, you end up a little bit too close to your gun. Control is really important for stuff like this. There's a lot of little detail work. So you're going to lift up with both of your elbows and use that press motion to box your arms and put some energy in your rifle. Temptation when you do that is often to go way up here though. Think about keeping your rifle low, twist your arms open, don't lift them up. Push it out from your body, but don't lift it up. So this is your right flat. You'll notice I'm holding it with my thumb wrapped out of bad habit. Let's go ahead and press that along the back of the gun and get it out of the way so that your hand, if you took your rifle out of it, is making the shape of a taco shell so that your rifle has something to fall into when it's rotating in the air. We're going to start with our right drop spins today. And the way this was explained to me, the way that it works best for my brain, is if you think about your rifle, how it's kind of flat and it makes a plane. If you think about it rotating super lightly in that plane, you make this little tick, tock, tick motion for just a minute so that you can get the idea of what that plane is. Not twisting your wrist per se, so you don't want your rifle to end up here, for example. You want the bolt to stay in that same orientation, so it's up and it's pointed at the ground, up and then ground, so that you get that light swing and you notice that it's all lateral. I'm not rotating my wrist over any, it's just going side to side. My grip is super light, my thumb is not wrapped around the rifle. This is essentially the motion of a drop spin. And the only thing that you change to do a drop spin is you essentially get here and let go. So I'm doing this swing motion, that's what I want you to be doing. When you're comfortable and you feel like you're ready, just basically let go of your rifle and catch it again exactly where you started. That's one drop spin. So you'll notice that the checkpoints when it's in the air are up and down. I can't simulate that for you without letting go, which is why we're doing the swing motion side to side. But it's all one clean rotation, just like a drop spin on a flag. It makes one circle that rotates the same way the whole time. It's just you let go and catch when it rotates up and down. So that's your drop spin. You want to think about gripping lightly. A problem that I had for a very long time, still do sometimes, is basically death gripping my rifle when I grab it way too hard. What happens when you do that is a lot of times you either grab the wrong place or you cause your rifle to twist by putting too much energy through your wrist. So you want to think about grabbing super lightly and just kind of letting it fall into that taco shape, pressing your thumb against the back, not the outside, but the back, to stop that energy when it rotates down. So the real challenge, once you've done one, is to get where you can do several in a row. So your goal for today, if you are brand new to rifle and learning drop spins for the first time, I want you to aim for 4. So try and get comfortable with 1. Once you are, see if you can go 1 and 2. And work your way up to 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So you'll notice that we grab on every count with a rifle instead of going down and then up like on a flag. You'll hit down on every count. So the ands are up when it's out of your hand, and the actual numbers, the counts are down when you're grabbing it. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4 is your goal for today if you're brand new to rifle. If that's you, you can choose today if you want to stop here, or if that's something that came to you super easily, you can go ahead and think about switching to left flat when you catch. So you're going to do basically another drop spin, a 5th one, but this time when it rotates around, I'm going to do this without letting go to show you where your hands go. When it rotates around, your left hand is going to come up, reach out a little bit, and grab right here at the clip. It's going to go under your gun, thumb is pressed along the back, and then your right hand is going to reach up and over. You'll notice the box on my elbow. I'm lining up my pinky with the very edge of the butt of the gun, and all of my fingers are in the straight line here except my thumb, which is on the back of the rifle. And I'm going to stop here, which it makes a very similar shape to this right flat. I just have my hands in a different place on the rifle. So you push it over into your left hand and stop there. So if you feel ready to try that skill, you can. Let's say you've done your 4 drop spins. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do a 5th one that doesn't rotate all the way around. Let it land in your left hand. Your right hand just helps you stop. Just like anytime you're catching a flag, you want to think about catching with both hands at once. At least if you're doing a 2-handed catch, you want to think about catching with both those hands at once so that you get a nice crisp stop. So if you're brand new today, your goal is push 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe 5 if you're feeling it. I'll make that optional today. If you've done this before, I want you to go ahead and start thinking about a spins and stops exercise that we've done. So there's all these different ways that you can catch the rifle. This being one of them, a very standard one. We use it a lot because this is also where you would dip and start throwing tosses. Our spins and stops exercise includes a whole lot of different shapings. The first one of those is actually one of the more awkward ones, where you're gonna lift and reach your right hand over to where I just showed you catching it left flat. Your right hand is actually gonna go across there to stop at the clip. Your left hand is gonna go across also to catch the butt. Again, try to line up with the butt as much as you can. It makes kind of a Z shape. When we do this, we usually plie and then we dig our left foot in a 4-starch. I usually look kind of down, but really I'm just looking across the butt here, so I don't want you to think about tucking your head in necessarily. This would be the first checkpoint of the spins and stops exercise, which I know some of you have learned before. So if you have done this a million times and you feel good about that, today I want you to actually try and go 1, 2, 3, 4, catch 5, and get a nice crisp catch where, unlike me, you don't stick your hand in the strap. So I'm not going to talk you through the rest of spins and stops today. I want you to perfect specifically that one. If you've already done this, you're comfortable, perfect this one with the dig under it for spins and stops, and post your 4 drop spins at a different stop. So you've got 3 options here depending on what you've done before and what you feel comfortable doing. 3 things you could post today. You could do straight up 4 drop spins, no stop, just your best attempt at 4 drop spins. You could do 4 drop spins with the stop at left flat. If you're getting comfortable with your 4 spins, you want to go ahead and go here. Or if this is too easy, you can go ahead and do 4 spins with the first checkpoint of spins and stops, thinking about your body and lifting your elbow and all the fun little details to make that nice.